Reddit, can you blow my mind in one sentence? Give man a fish and you will feed him for a day. Give man a poisoned fish, and you will feed him for the rest of his life. Build a man a fire, and he is warm for the night. Set a man on fire, and he is warm for the rest of his life. Terry Pratchett. That was one of my high school senior quotes. I really don't know how they allowed that. Probably didn't read it. Teach a man to fish, and he'll eat for a lifetime. Teach a fish to fish, and you won't eat for 3 days, because you're high on LSD again. Most fish know how to fish, that's how they survive. Teach a man to poison fish, and he'll feed everyone for the rest of their lives. People in cars cause accidents. Accidents in cars cause people. Condoms prevent minivans. Minivans prevent condoms. What? Hard to get laid driving a minivan. That's a good way to put it. That's 2 sentences. I've always heard, kids in the dark cause accidents, and accidents in the dark cause kids. 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water, but water only makes up 0.02% of the Earth's total mass. And of that water only 2.5% is fresh water. About 69% of that fresh water is frozen in ice caps and glaciers and 30% is in underground aquifers. About 0.3% is on the surface in streams, rivers, and lakes. That figure for the water mass probably needs to be updated, since we just discovered over twice as much water in the Earth. Approximately 2% of all the water on Earth is in the form of human tears. About 42.62297489100437% of statistics are made up on the spot. One day your parents put you down and never picked you up again. That's actually really sad. I want my mommy, pick me up. But I live 4 states away, hun. But okay, I'm coming. But me Kit has been ADIL****. Well, I know a certain kitty who's sleeping with mommy tonight. My little sister was born in '96 and this is extremely distressing. What's really distressing is that I was born in 1996 and still can't get laid with all these porn stars running around. I was born in 1996 too. Want to join my all virgin club? AWW yeah. 1996 virgins represent. Hey, now that we have 3 members, what should we name our club? The Krusty Sock Alliance. Perfect. Any room for a girl? The word crisp starts at the back of your mouth and ends at the front. And the word crisp is uttered tonight more than any other time in history. Nice job. It's a satisfying word to say. Mosaic does the opposite. Music is more monotonic. Nice one. I tried for reverse words too, but only came up with flack. Until I read yours. Miranda starts at the front, goes to the back, and ends at the front. Oh. It comes off the tongue quite crisply. It's somewhat dry. The human brain is one of the most complex things known to man, according to the human brain. If the brain were so simple we could understand it, we would be so simple we couldn't. Lyle Watson. You have discovered biology. You have discovered a source of oil. You have discovered a source of oil. You have discovered a source of oil. Unfortunately, they're all offshore. I just want to say one word to you. Just one word. Plastics. Wasn't it refrigeration that lets you build oil marinas? Yes, in Civ V it's refrigeration. But in Civ 4th it's plastics. That's why I was confused. There's a jellyfish that reverts to an earlier stage in its development cycle in order to cheat death. It's called the Teratopsis dornii, and it is thought to be literally immortal. It reverts through a process known as transdifferentiation that actually changes its cells from one type to another when it nears death. They of course can be eaten by other aquatic life or otherwise killed, but they do not die from old age, we believe. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they kill each other Highlander style. Seems reasonable. I can award a grant of $20 and whatever candy is left in our pantry from Easter to study it. There can be only one jellyfish. Difficulty level, finding a jellyfish's neck. The Nintendo Corporation was created before the fall of the Ottoman Empire. Avidus Zildjian Company, the company that makes that are even today considered the absolute best symbols available, was founded during the Ottoman Empire to create scary noises for their armies. The name Zildjian was given to the founder by the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire himself. If you buy a Zildjian symbol, you're arguably buying a piece of art, which has used the same secret alloys and techniques across 14 generations of family-run business, for nearly 400 years. Zildjian also means symbolist. Yep, I might be a big huge nerd, but I find it amazing to look at a drum set, and consider for a second the incredible history of those humble Zildjian pieces of metal. Even more amazing, at least to my ears, is the fact that every other brand of symbols is an actual insult to Zildjian. It's a bit like when you're a kid and you've been dying to get some Lego to play with and your stupid parents hands you some cheap knockoff piece of garbage. I like Zildjian as well, but to be fair, there are other good symbols out there. Zildjian is most likely the one with the most history behind it though. The oldest person in the world was born with a completely different set of humans. Oldest person in the world. Imagine living and knowing that absolutely no one was born before you on the planet. At one point we have all been the youngest person on the planet. I looked into this and found out that on average, roughly 4 babies are born per second. Assuming roughly the same rate, you were the youngest baby for roughly a quarter of a second. All downhill from there. Electrons actually pass through wires very slowly. The reason it seems quick is the same reason. If you had a tube full of marbles and you pushed another one in, one would nearly instantly pop out the other end. Or, with AC, it's as if you pushed both ends one after the other to move something in the middle. So I officially don't understand electricity. Electricity is a series of tubes. Didn't you read Op's comment? Electricity is a bunch of marbles. The wires are the tubes. Electricity is a flat circle. A million seconds is 11 days. A billion seconds is 31 years. This just makes me think of how absurd it is people have billions of dollars. Insane. I think using money helps with the mind-bending sentence theme. Rephrased, if you were given $1 for every second you were alive, at less than 2 weeks of age you would be a millionaire, and you wouldn't be a billionaire until you were 31. Hoa. Okay, yeah, that's mind-blowing. Maybe it helps that every minute you're getting $60, every hour $3,600, and every day $86,400. Bill Gates makes in the neighborhood of $33,00,000,000 a day. He makes more money sleeping for 8 hours than 99% of the people on Reddit make in 50 years. Source. Turns out, Warren Buffett makes around $37 million a day. If you looked at the Earth 65 million light years away, you would see dinosaurs. So an alien on a planet 65 million light years away, zooming in on Earth, will it see a dinosaur inhabited planet? Actually no. The light from that time is diluted, so that is not possible even in theory. But, disregarding that, yes, and assuming that a planet called Earth exists, wouldn't you just need a bigger lens to capture and filter enough light? We are not certain if photons decay, right? How would you know which photons came from Earth and which photons came from elsewhere? Yet your mind does such a good job at adapting to those kinds of things, it's crazy. I don't have an article link, but they did a study on a guy wearing glasses with lenses that made him see upside down. Within 5 days of putting on the glasses, his brain had actually flipped his vision back right side up, despite the lenses, and he could perform any task just as well as he could before the experiment. It's crazy. Edit. Spelling. When I got my newest set of glasses, every square became rhombus shaped. I complained about it, and the woman at the glasses place said that my eyes would adjust in a few days. In the meantime, I would get a serious case of vertigo when I looked down. Now my eyes are used to it and everything's fine, but I sometimes get vertigo if I take off my glasses and look at the ground. I'm still not overly happy about that. What kind of glasses do you wear? Kaleidoscope glasses. Everything we see is inside our head. If our head is sick, we would not see the real thing and we would never be able to tell. Have you ever thought, what if I'm insane and just have no idea, and everyone is just playing along? Every damn day of my life. Since I was a kid I've thought there is this ominous giant experiment of humanity, and for whatever reason I'm one of the main subjects. Maybe a little conceited, but it's just always been with me. Edit. Tell the difference between conceited and conceited. Edit 2. I will be watching The Truman Show tonight. Never seen it. Holy, me too. Always thought I was in a dream and haven't woken up yet. Today a young man on acid realized that all matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration, that we are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There is no such thing as death. Life is only a dream, and we are the imagination of ourselves. Here's Tom with the weather. Bill Hicks.